rAVe Radio. With rants and raves, you'll be okay. And today is your lucky day. It is rants and raves with Gary K.
Hey everyone, this is Gary K, and we are talking about InfoComm 2021. Yes, there is a live show, and there's going to be a lot of exhibitors there, a lot more than I think people realize. There's over 300 that will show up live. We're now only a couple of weeks away from the show, so we know that number is going to stay pretty stable because people would have had to ship their booths and products to Orlando. One of the companies that's going to be there is SpinetiX in booth 2027. But unfortunately, its own CEO can't go. Francesco Ziliani, you're kind of trapped there, but you're trapped in one of the most beautiful countries in the world. Right? So it's okay, isn't it?
You're right, Gary. I'm lucky enough to live in a beautiful country. I'm Italian, so I think Italy is the most beautiful country, but Switzerland is very good. I can tell you. Come anytime if you want to visit.
I'm taking you up on that because it is my favorite country in the entire world. Montreux years ago used to have a show there all the time, and I used to go there, and I used to think I was going to live there one day. But
yeah, it's a beautiful landscape. You're right.
But you listen, SpinetiX has done a phenomenal job over the last decade helping to define the digital signage market. And you're committed to InfoComm, even though you can't go. You have a team. You've actually accelerated your spending in the United States. You've hired more people during the pandemic and established a larger presence in the U.S. So you're obviously committed to the North American market.
Yeah, and you can imagine how frustrated I am not being able, because of a ban for European citizens to travel, which actually ends just the 1st of November. So just for 1 week, I'm not going to be able to be there. InfoComm is a very important event for SpinetiX, if not the most important. It's 15 years now. You know, we are celebrating our 15 years. 15 years we participate to InfoComm. Last year it was okay. The pandemic really surprised everyone, but this year we want to be present in person. We think it's very important, despite the challenges and the risk. I have a great team who wants to participate because we want to show not only the support to the industry and our ecosystem, and actually you are doing a great job to keep the industry together and informed. So thank you for that. But as well to really show our commitment to our US customers that unfortunately I cannot meet this year, but I hope I will be able to schedule a trip soon.
And of course, we have ISE after that. Your ARIA, which you have a banner in the back there behind you, was a big focus over the last few years of bringing cloud-based signage to a new level, I guess you would say, overall. And there's the three big scenarios that I see are, cloud, on-prem, and hybrid applications for digital signage. And that brought you the live agent feature. You want to talk about that for a second?
Well, actually, yes, definitely. As you know, probably it's the same for other companies, but while we were preparing InfoComm this year, we have realized how many innovations, products, features that the team have added over the last months. And of course, we want to present everything to the market. It's very hard, but there are a few things that we like to highlight. Live Agent is one of them. And actually, you are a bit the inspirer behind Live Agent because if you remember, you had a very interesting meeting and discussion around UCC, Unified Collaboration Communication. And that really made me think how digital signage, which comes from narrowcasting, so it's seen as one-way communication channel, how can we innovate? How can we adapt this? And basically, the new features, the new product allow us to do more stuff. And today we have a nice scenarios, few of them actually, where at the same time we combine digital signage typical information with the possibility to connect live to an agent. And that's very useful for transportation. It's very useful in medical environments, in retail as well. So it's quite exciting period, I have to say. trying to explore new venues that all the technology we use now, like Zooms and Teams and the services that other companies are setting up, offer us. So very creative moment. You clearly need to visit our booth if you are listening to this podcast, and really I'm just sorry not being able to shake hands this year.
Well, I'm honored to be the inspiration for Live Agent, but I definitely think people should see that feature, because basically you can take a digital signage installation and turn it into into an application where, let's say someone's waiting in a urgent care and there's a bunch of people there. It allows you to bring on virtual agents that can be anywhere in the world that can help process people. In a retail application, you're wandering around a store, you see an ad for something, or you see a small digital sign, which you often see in retail applications, and you want to ask a question about that product. You can bring a live agent on instantaneously because the network is already there. It's all through the network, and digital signage is driving. Look, digital signage eventually, I think, Francesca, is going to be called advertising. I think that's ultimately what they're going to call digital signage. We have this term digital signage, but ultimately it's just going to be called advertising. And talking about some of the trends in digital signage, you talked about retail, hospitality, or you talked about retail, medical, and transportation. But corporate digital signage is going to be accelerated considerably because of wayfinding and people counting and the concern about what are the mask mandates, or what are the working mandates for a while, but also just as sort of a way to keep people informed. Corporate's going to be a big part of it. And then, of course, hospitality, as it opens back up, signage is a big part of that. Wouldn't you agree? Those are two big markets for you as well?
Hospitality, and I would extend it to smart building. It's clearly one of our major focus. We are building ourselves our new home. We are going to move to in the coming months. And it's a business building, and we have equipped every aspect of it, from the parking lot, the entrance, the conference rooms. So it's going to be a showroom of what digital signage combined with interactivity, combined with wayfinding, combined with data-driven sensors can be, and how all these technologies can support the humans, because at the end, humans need to be at the middle, the center of this technology. And digital signage, it's true, it's used for advertising, but it's also a way to put humans at the center of technology, because humans will see the benefit of IoTs, will see the benefit of other technologies thanks to the screen. They will communicate through it. And the Live Agent is also a way to make it bidirectional, which is great. I think, it's getting an industry complex. We spent a lot of time trying to put all together what is the customer journey. And the team have been really great in defining, in describing 3 representative user scenarios: the cloud, the on-premise, the hybrid, really to highlight how complete our digital solution offer can be. And definitely on our booth, we are going to talk about that as well.
I hope that you'll do an open house when you do have your headquarters built, because I think it'll be a lot of fun to go out there and do a tour of it. So I hope that you'll keep that in mind, doing one.
We'll do, for sure. Don't worry. We plan really to communicate about, because we are learning a lot with this project. And you will see more information. And I would love to have a chat with you, because there are a lot of integration, and you have already inspired me. So.
Well, I appreciate that. And of course, they'll have their 4th generation players, which are 4K PoE and Wi-Fi. So definitely come by the booth 2027 at InfoComm. Francesco, thank you very much for joining me today.
You're welcome, Gary. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And thanks for watching.
Bye.
rAVe Radio with Ransom.